Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Blue Chip Drip Live. We're going to be discussing Crybex and their update to version 2.0. And let me start off by wishing a warm salute to everyone. Woo! Jumping on some of this black coffee, baby, getting ready for Monday. We have a special guest, Captain Mike, owner, founder of the Sea Serpent Tours Company out of St. Augustine, Florida. If you're getting down to that area and you want to book a good family outing, simply go to seaserpenttours.com. They've been in business, I think, 8 to 10 years now. It's an airboat tour company, and you can bounce around the St. Johns River looking at the gators and the birds and the seagulls, pirate ships, sunken pirate ships. And we also have, simply go to seaserpenttours.com if you want to check that tour out. We also have passive income 411 Jim Ware, as we always want to value his intellect, experience, and due diligence and research into projects within the crypto sphere. And then we got the Italian stallion supposed to show up, Rafael Pagano, out of, I believe, Montreal, Canada. And he's actually known the co-founder, CEO, Ms. Maria Elizabeth Baniakert, close to 10 years now. So just want to get his opinion on Crybex and his experience in dealing with her. Anyway, first, we're going to let Amara cover my disclaimer. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a great live stream. Grab your favorite beverage. Snuggle up to your favorite person. It's going to be awesome. See you in the presentation.
I am Amara, the disclaimer spokesperson for Blue Chip Drip. Despite his stud muffin appearance, this is to confirm that Blue Chip Drip is not a financial advisor and the contents in this video should be perceived as financial advice. All investments are risky, so please conduct the proper research so you can make the best educated decision possible. Use money you can afford to lose and try always to achieve your return on investment as quick as possible and build on profit money. At the end of the day, you are responsible for your decision and results.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Blue Chip Drip Live. This is where we lay it down for you to break down. We got special guests coming out of St. Augustine, Florida, the owner, founder of the Sea Serpent Tours company. And he's also in Crybex as well. So we're going to breeze through the presentation, and in about 30 minutes, we'll have passive income 411 Jim Ware jumping on, and hopefully Rafael Pagano ran into an air condition problem. It's amazing how your AC always breaks in the hottest part of the year. You can count on it every damn year. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, I got to tell you, I believe I'd rather be in Canada with a broken AC than in Florida with a broken AC.
Woo-wee, you ain't lying, man. You ain't lying.
Man, it's been 8,000 degrees down here. It's been crazy. But now I appreciate the warm welcome and the plug on Sea Serpent Tours. Yeah, if anybody who views the show, if you ever get down to St. Augustine, come down and check us out. We do an hour and a half long airboat tour out in the St. Johns River, and And we've got 5 boats, so we can accommodate up to 60 people per tour time. So y'all come check it out. But we've been in our busy season for airboat tours lately, and kind of coming out of that now that school's about to start. I've been involved with Chip in a few projects over the years, and recently got involved with him on this Crybex project, and I'm really enjoying it because when I got involved with Chip with Crybex, it was during we were coming out of a project that was a very active hands-on project. We were having to be involved a couple of times a day to make trades, and I was about to enter my busy season for the airboat tours, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to be as hands-on as what we had previously needed to be. And so Chip turned me on to Crybex, and the thing I like about it is I've been building my portfolio, and my balance in my account has been building every single day since I got involved, without me having to be as hands-on as what we had been in previous projects. So for those that have other things in life going on, that you're not a full-time day trader, or you're not full-time actively able to be engaged in some of these projects, Crybex is a good one for that. Now that we're coming up in a slow season, I got with Chip this morning. I said, hey, I want to start learning some more about it, the more ins and outs and in depth, because as I enter my slow season in my airboat tour company, I'm gonna have a little bit more time on my hands to focus in and really streamline our Crybex business.
Yeah, I think it'll fall in good with what you're doing. You know, you and I, we've been through other projects that ended up rugging, and to tell you the truth, folks, right now we're hurting, we're fragile, man. You know, everybody is. But coming into Crybex, I was introduced to it by my sponsor, Passive Income 411, and he told me about the co-founders, Cody Plants, Maria Elizabeth, and where they come from and evolved, and the bots. If I'm not mistaken, that the bot system that Crybex uses was developed about 6 years ago and used with a company or corporation, and then they decided they wanted to take it public. And what they did was they resigned from their jobs, and they've gotten to the point where they're making a sufficient income with what they've developed through Crybex, and decided to share it with the world, or with the public, you know, globally with the world. And so far it's done great. Their update to 2.0, I want to point out that, you know, I don't like to call out or name any projects that I personally am not involved in, but there's been quite a few. One that I was looking at as a diversification project that they went through a migration. You know, there are all kind of changes, upgrades, update, and migrations, and during the interim they got hacked, and a lot of money has got taken. But from what I understand, a lot of you probably know which project I'm talking about, but I'm not going to call it out. But what I understand, the CEO of that company came out and said they're in the process of recovering funds, getting everybody made whole, and resuming operations. And I pray that happens, because I have a lot of good friends that are involved in that project. But it makes me really appreciate, because it's easy to get frustrated, right? It's easy to get frustrated, and you know, we all come to think, and there's a lot of self-proclaimed geniuses out there. And hey, I'm guilty. I can't tell you how many times I've said, oh, why doesn't Crybex just go to a non-custodial wallet where you connect to your wallet and your money's there? Well, the big project that just got hacked, they were non-custodial, and the way they got hacked was supposedly, now someone came in and got into the permission side of where you grant permission to your wallet so they can deposit or withdraw funds. And that's how they got in and bled people's wallets. So I'm like, whoa, there's my answer. That's why Crybex doesn't do that. And while we're talking about security, let me share a screen. Let me go there right now. Since we're on the subject, we'll get it out of the way. Actually, I think that's the wrong one, but I'll go here. Here we go. Boom. All right. So you guys can see that. Where Mike, can you see that it says Crybex enterprise grade security for everyday traders?
Yeah.
Great. So looking at the security of Crybex, and what I like about it is somebody says, what do you use for security? Well, maybe if I'm the owner or CEO of a company, I don't want you to know what I'm doing, because security should be secure. But they give you a brief breakdown of the architecture, enterprise grade security for everyday traders, multi-layer encryption, cold storage, custody architecture, AI detection, real-time anomaly detection. Now, anomaly, do you know what anomaly means, Mike?
Yeah.
What does anomaly mean?
Well, anomaly is, something that just kind of happens. It's not a.
Well, in essence, anomaly, I didn't know what it means. And so I looked it up. Deviation or departure from the normal or common order, form, or rule. One that is peculiar, irregular, abnormal, difficult to classify, like me. And
that's what that's what I was getting ready to explain to you before you cut me off.
I'm sorry. But anyway, redundant infrastructure, multi-cluster architecture. So that's one of the things that with Crybex that I'm liking on the security. We just completed the update, and there weren't any problems where actually we didn't pause during the update or anything like that. There was a couple times they went down for minutes or whatever to do whatever, but the machine kept running, trades kept happening. And so I guess there were some situations where let me see here. Let me go to my wallets here. So there was, like, for instance, before they switched over to the 2.0, I had penalty free about $3,200 that was in there. Okay. And then the day it launched, and of course, they automatically upgraded to the professional. Then the mandatory action of choosing a lockup period, a stacking period, 90-day. Let's see, actually, we can go there right now. Hold on. I know where that is. You guys bear with me here. Let me go to subscription. It's going to run slow while I got this thing going. So anyway, when I have this StreamYards going, everything moves a little slow. You had a mandatory action where you had to move you had to choose a stacking period, 90-day, 180, 365. So I chose 365, and then automatically it showed a bonus in my wallet, in my referrals. And I said, oh, they went ahead and gave me a bonus for, can you guys still see that? Mike?
No, you took your Crybex. Your Crybex screen is no longer being shared.
Okay, hold on. Nope. Let me go back. Well, I just messed things all up. Here we go. Share screen window. Now we go here. Man, I practice doing this over and over. For some reason, when you go live, how about
What
now?
button did you?
Can you see it now?
No. What button did you push? No. Yeah. Now I can.
Okay. So anyway, that bonus
So where did your bonus?
Well, that's what I'm getting to. You just got to give me a
Okay,
chance.
show us where you saw that.
Well, I saw the bonus. It's moving slow, man. So my bonus showed up in my referrals. It was like $1,500. I said, "Oh, they went ahead and gave me a stacking bonus," and then I went to my available to withdraw. It was like $2,092 instead of the $3,200. And I said, "Oh, well, maybe the system's got to work itself out as much every day." So I wasn't going to take that amount out anyway, and I'm still making the $200 a day or whatever moving forward. So I'm fine with everything. But let me jump over to the presentation, see if that'll work. Let me just stop sharing for a minute, make sure nobody's showed up. Oh, there's the big man.
She talked about that today. If anybody was on that live Zoom call with what was her name, Chip?
Natalie.
Yeah, with Natalie, she actually talked about some of that in the call today, that there was a glitch in the system that put out some bonuses in the account that wasn't supposed to be, but apparently they got it all worked out.
Hey, what's going on, Jim?
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, I hear you. Lima Charlie, bro.
How you doing, Captain Mike? Blue Chip?
Doing good, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm actually relaxing over at my favorite place, my girlfriend / fiance. Actually, she probably wants me to call her fiance now.
Woo, man, congrats.
Yeah, man. Been a while.
Is that why you grew that Fu Manchu you got going on right now?
No, I grew the Fu Manchu. I'm getting ready to take up my calling volleyball for the upcoming season in high school, and I decided I'm going to do a Fu Manchu, get a little bit of this gray hair down here, so maybe the parents
There
will think
you
I have a
go.
little bit of wisdom. The parents will think I have a little bit of wisdom and know what I'm doing on the court.
We're going to have to change your name
I don't
from
know.
Jim. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Mike's got one rolling there now.
I was going to say, I don't know. The more mine gets gray, the less wisdom they think I've got.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I keep letting it get long, and
I don't
my
know.
wife, she's like,
I don't
honey,
know if I'm gonna make it get that long. That's ZZ Top territory right there.
that's my alligator swamp man look. When I go out wrestling alligators, I got to have my long beard with me. My long beard and my Bowie knife.
Right.
Hey, fellas, let me say hello to some of the folks we got in the chat real quick. Forget your job. Thanks for coming on, brother man. Julius Harris, bot going crazy. Yeah, today is an awesome day. Really, really liking those numbers. La Sombra, 1970. Oh, look, La Sombra already knew what anomaly was. So you're smarter than I am. I didn't know what it meant. But thanks for joining the stream, everybody. Jim, for folks out there watching, if you don't mind, I know you're trying to relax, so don't strain yourself. But when I initially came to you, it was after a serious rug pull in another project. And I said, hey, man, I'm looking for something. And you told me about Crybex. Do you remember like the elevator pitch you gave me?
Well, I think it was more of, you and I and Captain Mike probably too. We've been around the block now for a while with this crypto stuff, and I told you, um, it's if we can't interview people who are actually behind the projects, and I'm talking about real people that have been around, that's had a history of others knowing them, or have a history of a social media footprint where you can research them, whether it's the CEO, the founder, or the, someone who's been set up in a leadership role. If you can't interview these folks, then you're basically going to casino, and you're gambling your money in this decentralized crypto space. That's what you're doing. In a platform without seeing who's behind it, that's your choice. But if you want to have trust in the people who are trying to do the right thing, and they've been around a while, that's taking it to another whole level. So I have confidence in Crybex, and I told you, um, for those who are watching this who are kind of on the fence or doing their own research, I got started back in March with $500, and my my balance says, and I shared it. Now, you don't have to share it with others, but I'm the type of person, I know that in this space, that if you share it and people do their own due diligence and take the risk like I take a risk, then you can grow your balance pretty fast, because you can roll over those rewards or do a top up. So $500. I've gotten my 500 back out. I try to do that. That's what I always preach to people. Get your seed back out as soon as possible. So I got that back out in like 6 weeks. And at that time, Crybex was only maybe having one or two trades a day. That's what their bot was producing. And then sometimes it wouldn't even have a trade a day, because the market wasn't favorable for it. But the $500 has now produced for me close to $12,000 balance, and I have already withdrawn close to $8,000 in profit beyond the 500. And so I just looked at what I haven't withdrawn anything since last Sunday, and today is Sunday again. So I went and I looked and see what my referral commissions are, and it's up to about $750. And I looked and see what the trades have earned this week, and it's close to $900. So if I wanted to tonight, I can withdraw $700 and $900, two separate withdrawals in just 1 week, and I have a close to about a $12,000 balance. So that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good pace right there with Crybex. But I have all confidence in it. Now, does that remove all the risk? No, it doesn't remove all the risk. So I still tell everybody to do their own due diligence, and do some research. Research Maria. Go back and watch all the Zooms. Natalie is a good resource. There are some other people who do the presenting. And I always tell everybody, you may not like somebody's personality, you may not like how they approach it, or how they teach it, or how they go through the slide deck, but you can always pull out little nuggets from everybody. And if you want to learn and be kind of hands off with Crybex, it's the thing to do. Because I don't have the time, nor do I want the time, to sit there and look at the markets all day long. So, it's perfect for me in my channel, because I call it passive income. I want to have passive income. I want to be able to do what I want to do every day, and then log in once a day and see how much money I passively earned that I can possibly withdraw.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because Mike and I have another friend, and he was involved in some projects with us, and his alias is Cyberwolf. His job is cybersecurity, and he's a day trader on stocks, and he's been on me hard. He said, "Hey, man, you join this group. There's no signing up in a project or referral affiliate programs, but with the group, you can live trade with them." And the way he started out was he would get on the live trades and listen, and that's what I'm doing now. Once he got a basic understanding of the lingo and what they were doing, then you get on a simulator and you live trade with them, they're using real money, you're using play money. Then once you get the confidence, then you can start with whatever money you want. But
Right.
I'm like, whoa, man, I don't know if I have the time for that. I mean, right now I wouldn't. If I was retired and I could wake up at 4 o'clock, go 4 to 8 o'clock or 9 to 2 o'clock or 4 to 8 in the evening or whatever. And I'm like, man, if having a legit bot, I don't know where Mike went to. Maybe his phone died. I'm sure he'll be back.
His internet circuit flaked out.
He'll pop back in, hopefully. And so anyway, with Crybex, I'm impressed with the bot performance. But what I'm really impressed with is, number one, like you said, did my research on Maria, did an AMA with her. She explained her past and some of the things she was going through. So she wanted to earn a passive income. And just like a lot of us, she went through projects and got rugged and got just got real vigilant about it. And that's where she and Cody hooked up and, developed that bot system that Crybex is using. And here we are now.
Right.
And so,
well, I just want go ahead. Go ahead, Blue Chip. Well, I wanted to tell you, and I know a couple other people that Maria has approached, but in the past, when they were transitioning from version 1 to this version 2 Crybex, which allows you to earn 2 trades a day, up to 2 trades a day, or up to 4 trades a day, or up to 6 trades a day. That's version 2, depending on the subscription model you do. She actually sent out a letter, or the company sent out a letter to several people who built teams, and was offering to them to be able to promote Crybex version 2. Some cap realize it until I just told you. And they offered it to me, and I said I thought about it for a couple of days, and I said no, don't want to do that. I have a great team. Blue Chip is on my great team, and by extension, anybody he gets in. So I'm just going to work with what I got. I'm happy with my results, and I just want to let everybody know that Crybex behind the scenes is not sitting on their laurels. They're going for it. They're actually putting their money where their mouth is to try to get this out there even more.
Well, we got a comment right here from Crypto for Fan for Life, says this is a scam. And then FYI, reporting everyone who promotes Ponzi. And they were showing the bot. Remember back?
Correct.
Then they decided that was a security issue, and they quit showing it.
Right. Well, Natalie does her own day trading. I don't know if you know her story, but she's the main one that presents Crybex, and she's pretty buddy with Maria and the corporation and what's going on. And you have to wonder why somebody with her knowledge and her expertise in doing the manual trading, getting up a certain time of day and monitoring the charts, why she can just go all in Crybex. Because there's something there that she sees, and you kind of have to read between the tea leaves. But again, it's still risky. I mean, this is a risky space. That's just the way it is, because the markets are the markets, and no matter if you're Crybex or if you're anybody in the market, world events can just wreak havoc on the market. So it's always a risky space. Your money's always at risk, no matter what. If you're in stocks or bonds or crypto trading or what, you're just not going to get away from the risk.
Well, it's like I banned Crypto for Fan for Life, but the disclaimer says ROI quick as possible. That way you're de-risked and get into house money.
Correct.
And I'll admit, anything in crypto can rug.
Right.
And it can, in a lot of situations, it may not be a rug. Like, we look at projects we've been in, and the devs were straight up people, transparent, and they were liquidity providing, I'm talking about, but eventually the market took a turn that they just didn't allow for, or maybe, paying a fixed rate.
Right.
We know now is a big red flag, because even bots, just like humans, are subject to market conditions.
Correct.
And,
yeah.
People have to make their own choice.
Well,
So,
I always tell people, if you will approach crypto and the decentralized world of crypto, which means there's no oversight, if you will treat it like I just got back from an Alaskan cruise. So on that Alaskan cruise, obviously on that particular boat, they had a casino. So now, if I had decided on that Alaskan cruise that I was going to take $1,000 of my money and I was going to go into that casino on that Alaskan cruise, and I said, you know what? I got $1,000 burning right in my pocket. It's not used to pay bills. It's not used to support my family. It's just for the sole purpose of going into that casino. And if I win, I win. And if I lose, I lose. But I'm still on vacation and I'm having a good time and I'm enjoying my Alaska vacation. So I always tell her, be able to go to sleep at night like a baby, but not one that cries at night, but one that coos at night. Just don't risk more in this space than that you need to be able to support your family, and just be comfortable with it. It doesn't matter what the project is per se, but just be comfortable with it. Now you can do your own research, and like I said, on Crybex, and get more and more comfortable with it, because like Blue Chip did, and I'm sure Captain Mike has done a little bit of research, and I've done my research. Hey, take a chance if you want to, but use money that is kind of play money, like casino money in my mind, and get your seed money out as soon as possible. Once you do that, you're on house money. You're on house money.
there's different strategies. Like Jim's a great team builder, and I wish I could, do as good as you, because what you've done, you've already de-risked. So I figured, how much do I want to make? How much money do I need to put in to be able to start taking out the money I want to make daily or weekly or whatever? If I would have been in position to, say, put 20 or 30K in, boom, and just start taking rewards, I would have, but I didn't. So I figured up, how can I dollar cost average, but not take too long, 3 months at the max. And that's what I've done. So I'm at a point now, I can start taking out the money and working towards my seed money, which would take me about 2.5, 3 months. And, that's my decision. What's the risk? Well, if the project goes down before the 3 months, then I've lost. But, I feel comfortable with it and the people behind it and what it's doing. I did want to try to answer a question for someone that I helped yesterday in the TG. Can you guys see that compound calculator?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right, let me do this. Daily like that, within, let's say September, October, November, about December, you've already made your $200 back if you want to take it out, because it'll be penalty-free rewards. But a year from now, instead of making $87 or $82 or $79, I'm sorry, you'll have made $1,753.
Yep.
So you just have to look at the compound calculator and, try to use that as a tool to make your decision.
Yeah. Scroll down there for a second. Go back to that screen there for a second.
Okay.
Scroll down to where you can do an extra deposit or withdrawals. Let's see.
Okay.
Do a withdrawal of $29 a month. Yeah, monthly. Put in 29, because that's going to come out as your fee.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's going to come out as your fee every month for the
Okay.
subscription. So that's your most accurate thing, because you got to account for the fee.
Okay, so you'll have made, let's see, total earnings by August, you'll have made $726. Okay, yeah. And then it would take you to about May before you'd be able to you'd have doubled your money.
Right. Now, I will tell you, if you did the, let's just say that somebody started out with 1,500, go ahead and put in 1,500. That is the minimum for the $49 fee, and your rate's going to be around 0.9 for the whole. Yeah, and then you can change that to $49 a month, and then kind of see what 1,500 would turn into.
Yeah, but how do you? It won't let you do select a bye week because you're compounding every 3 days.
Yeah, let's that one's every 3 days. What are the options here?
Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly.
Yeah.
Might as well go weekly, huh?
Yeah, let's just do weekly and see what it looks like. And actually, you're going to make more money than what you're seeing here. What happened there? There's $49 withdrawal earnings.
Let me see what I did. 49 monthly withdrawals. We got, okay. 0.9% compound monthly.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can do the $49 one. Let's do this blue chip. Let's go up and do $3,000 because that's the minimum for the $79 plan, and it's going to be 1.1%. And then to put another 0 after the 300.
Okay.
All right, and then you're going to do daily compounding instead of weekly. And then you want to do 1 year or 2 years?
Just do 2 years. And
okay, and then change that to $79 a month. And then here, see what you got. This is, whoa. Is that right? That's crazy.
I mean, additional withdrawal, 79 monthly.
How much? What does the 3,000 accumulate to?
That's the minimum for the $79 plan.
Yeah, I know, but what over a 365-day period? What does it compound to?
Do 1 year blue chip instead of 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, because the numbers down here are crazy.
I'm on my phone, y'all, so my screen is very small.
Yeah.
I'm trying to follow y'all, but
okay, so by December, like if we started today, by December you're over $10,000. Well, over $12,000. You've earned $10,000. By next year, that $3,000 would be $150,000. Now, of course, people are going to be withdrawing. You should withdraw. You should get your seed back. You should be taking profit. Yeah. Honestly, when you get to a certain threshold, let's just say you're at $50,000, at that point, you really just need to be taking a consistent income every week. I don't know anybody would want to compound all the way up past 100,000, 150,000. That's just crazy. So I encourage everybody to always take profits and take money. But you get a sense from that calculator playing with the money that you can do that.
Well, I don't want to go down the whole presentation, seeing how it's done every day. I think they're down to one presenter now, if I'm not mistaken, which is Natalie.
Well, I think Coach Chosen and a couple, there might have been one other. I think they're on vacation or they're taking a break.
Oh, okay. And, we talked about the different plans. You got your $29, which gets you 1 to 2 trades daily with the monthly projected of 18% to 23%. Of course, the advanced AI, $49, 2 to 4 trades daily, 22% to 27%.
Yeah, and that slide there is going to be 1,500, not 3,000. That's the minimum on that one.
You're exactly right. They've revised this again. I haven't gotten it yet. But most of that, you got your lockup periods that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
thing works really clunky when I got a lot of things going on. Here we go. Just trying to get there. Here we go. 90 days, compounding every 7 days. 180 days, compounding every 3 days. 365 days, compounding every day. And we just went over the difference and how that and how your account would grow with each one of those.
Yeah, and I would like to warn everybody that if you do if you choose like 365 day compounding, you cannot go backwards. You can't then change your mind and then go back to 180 day or 90 day. So choose wisely. You can start with 90 and then go up to 180 and then up to 365.
So you can upgrade, you can't downgrade.
Correct.
Okay. And so if you choose the team build, you level 1, meaning somebody you sponsor, then that's the daily. I went down too far. So you sponsor someone like Jim sponsored me. So whatever I deposit initially or in the future or whenever, he gets 7%. Then I bring in Captain Mike. So whatever Captain Mike deposits, Jim would get 4%. Level 3, 2%. Level 4, 1%. This one thing that this really indicates, and you go back to this person saying, "Hey, this is a scam." How many projects have we been in and they'd have so many different levels, so many different team rewards, and that was what would bleed the system. These guys are going very conservative with only 5 levels, but still making it lucrative enough to where you can really build a good supplemental income, just like Jim has done.
Yeah.
Second
And
way
that,
you can earn. What's that,
and
Jim?
that, yeah, and those 5 levels are just on fresh capital going into their accounts. Okay, that's fresh capital, and I think some top ups, but that it depends if the top ups are coming um, from the outside in, or if it's coming. I'm not sure if you get it from the referral section, if you're going to get any funds from that. So there are ways that they restrict that. So don't think that everything that just constantly being compounded in. Like if you get a bonus reward and then they just top up with the bonus reward, you're not going to get 7% off of that and 4% off. So they restrict it a little bit.
And then I appreciate that, Jim, coming from the professional team builder himself.
Sure.
I gotta enjoy this stream because I'm going to be reported to the FBI tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
So-
where would you, oh, go ahead. I've got a couple questions before we get off for both of you guys.
Okay. I'm just going to breeze through this. I ain't going to spend too much time. This is your daily trading profit share. A second way you can earn on this. You got your, what this is, the trade, the profits that they earn off their trades every day. You're getting 5% on your level 1, 2.7% level 2, level 3, 1.6%. You can see it continues to taper on down. And I think
now the good thing about that, the 10 levels there, just to kind of blow your mind, if you do decide to do team building, every time you see your own portfolio money making money on a trade, that 10% right there, that means everybody that's on your team, they also got that same trade. And then whatever they made on that trade, it calculates 5%, 2.7, 1.6, and it goes right to your referral commissions. And you can withdraw that with no penalty at all, or you can roll it over into your portfolio balance. So
yeah,
that one trade is actually making you money 2 different ways, personally on your portfolio and also from your team.
I didn't realize that. That's pretty cool. Another way you're earning is on the monthly subscription, Mike. You bring somebody in, and whatever subscription packet they chose, you're getting 30% every month when they renew, unless you decide to give them a 10% discount, and then you get 20. So that's pretty cool. And then they have, let's see if I can get down to this. Setting up your own account. We won't get into that. We've got videos out there to do that. Other ways they incentivize you. Entry partner. I just made entry partner. You get a deposit of $500, which they paid me. Your level 1 on your team has to be 2,000 people that you've sponsored personally, and the total team volume 5,000. And Jim, what are you? You're an area leader, Jim?
Scroll down a little bit more. I've already gotten the $2,500 one, team leader, and so I'm working on the area leader one. So once my team volume reaches 300,000, which I'm a little less halfway there, my one-time bonus will be $12,000.
When I did the AMA with Maria Elizabeth, and you were on that AMA as well, she did talk about they have liquidity providers and several ways in which they pay those liquidity providers back, as they get so much time on the bot, and some of the fees they charge also work to pay those guys back. But you got your active partner, which you have to have level 1 volume 8,000, which I got, team volume 20,000. So I got about 10K more I need to get to reach that. Then you get a $600 cash bonus or wallet credit, or credit is withdrawal or instantly available. You got your team builder, personal deposit, 3,000 you have to have, which I didn't cover on these other ones. For the entry partner, you got to have at least 500, and active partner 1,000. Team builder, you got to have at least 3,000, and you get your level 1 up to 20,000, and your team volume is 80,000. And like Jim mentioned, he already earned the 2,500, and he's working towards the area leader. We know he's got 6,000, and I believe you got 40,000 in level 1, correct?
Yes, I do.
You just got to get the team volume 300K. How far away are you from that?
Hold on one second, would you? All right. Yeah. So, yeah, the personal deposit, you have to satisfy that. That's how much money's in your portfolio, and then the level 1 volume, that is your personal people that use your referral link, has to be met. And then the team volume, that doesn't have to be your personal people. That's just everybody that's underneath your team, all the way down to those 10 levels.
Okay. Rafael, can you hear me? Rafael?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, we got the mad Italian stallion out of Canada on the line.
Sorry, gentlemen, I was late. I just having issues at home. My air conditioner stopped working here. We're close to 100 degrees. And I've been troubleshooting with a technician, and it's not working. So it's going to be a hot one tonight.
Take a cold shower, man.
Yeah. Well, when you're not used to it, it's not pleasant. So I've been on for the last 15 minutes listening.
Oh, really?
Hey,
Let me backtrack.
Hi, Jim. How are you, Jim? Hi, Mike.
Hey, Blue Chip.
Hey, Rafael, how are you doing?
I'm going to have to get off
Very
here pretty
good, very
soon,
good.
but I know that Captain Mike had a couple of questions. So let's see if we can get.
Go ahead, Mike, with your questions, buddy.
Yeah, so for someone who has not taken any withdrawals yet, they put in a little bit of money 2 or 3 months ago, let it grow, and then added a little bit more here and there. where would you look to see? So if you look at your main page on your wallets and you see your total balance, you see your total profit and loss and this, that, and the other, where would you look to see how much you've made in commissions?
Well,
If
right
you,
here I am on the portfolio, right? And it
yeah,
shows right here total P&L
yes,
5,756 right
yes,
there.
yeah, I see
So
that.
if you go
Yeah,
to
that's what
AI, if you go to AI Trading Wallet, do that real quick. AI Trading Wallet, and
Okay,
then
okay.
you'll see right there where it says available balance under USDT. Scroll down a little bit, blue chip, right there where it says he's got 813. So he has 813 in trade earnings so far that he can withdraw with no penalty at all.
Guys, and see, yesterday around midday, I was at 590.
Right.
Now I'm at
So
815.
so now what blue chip would have to do if he wanted that money, he would have to there's a transfer button up top. He would have to transfer that 813 from the AI trading over to the funding wallet. And so just do a switcheroo there, and then you could see where he can do max, and he could send it to the funding wallet, and then he can do a withdrawal of that 813 with no penalty. Now, if he changed his mind after doing that and sends it right back to the AI or sends it right back, it's going to stake it for him, and he can't. That money's no longer free. It just got staked for a whole year because he chose
yeah,
365 days. So you have to be careful that whatever you want to withdraw and send it to the funding wallet, go ahead and withdraw it. Don't send it back because it's going to get staked.
Okay.
okay. So
Appreciate that.
let's look at if you go down to let me see referrals.
Yes,
Okay, all right. Scroll down about mid-page and you see where it says available balance, ledger balance, total commission, team volume, and all that.
correct.
What and then under available balance, mine has a transfer or withdrawal. It's only $8.28 of
Okay.
USDT.
All right. So
But
what happens there is what you'll notice is that whenever if you have a team underneath you and you just got a trade on your portfolio, you're going to earn some commissions off of the same trade for your team, and you'll see it temporarily show up there in the ledger balance. And then eventually within, I don't know, 10 minutes, it gets over there to your available balance. If you do a transfer, it's going to send it over to your portfolio balance, and you are staking it for 90 days or 180 days or 365 days.
okay,
If you don't want to do that, just do a withdrawal. You can withdraw it directly to your wallet.
okay. But where that available balance is under referrals,
Mhm.
um, that's not necessarily your total balance that you could withdraw. That's just
Team rewards, commissions,
team.
referrals. Yeah.
So where would you look at your total available balance that's available for withdrawal without penalty?
Okay. So right here, the referral section, and then go back to wallets blue chip, and then go to AI trading
Okay.
wallet. The AI trading wallet, you would
Okay.
see where it says available balance. That's what you can withdraw with no penalty. See, he has
See right.
813 of 19,927. He has
Gotcha.
813 that he can withdraw.
Gotcha. I'm with you. Okay. I got it.
Hey, oh, okay. So this 813, I need to make up my mind. Do I want to stack it or withdraw it?
No, not necessarily. The A13 is being traded with the
Okay.
1927.
Okay.
It,
Okay.
it's just those are the trade earnings that you can freely transfer over to funding and just do a withdrawal with no penalty. But if you decide to send it back, it's going to stake it and it won't be
Yeah.
available anymore.
Yeah. For the time period that you selected. Yeah, I got you.
Correct. Correct. All right,
So if
guys.
you're in it and oh, okay, Jim.
No, go ahead. Go aheave, Captain Mike. One more.
Now, I was just going to say, so if you're in it and you're not in withdrawal mode yet, and you've got money down there in your
Mhm.
referrals that says transfer or withdrawal, and you
Yes,
don't necessarily need the $8.25,
correct.
you probably just rather it be working for you than you would just do a transfer.
Yeah, because once I told you I started out with 500 and then I got my 500 back out. Every bit of that transfer, every bit of that referral money that was available balance that you're talking about, I rolled it. I just kept doing a transfer and just increasing my balance, and it just
Yeah,
made my balance grow a whole lot faster. Now I'm at the point where I want to withdraw my money because I'm
yeah,
pretty comfortable with my balance. All right,
I
guys,
got
I'm going to check out, but carry on, and I'll watch the replay of the rest of what y'all are talking about, even if you're talking about me behind my back.
you. We know we're going to badmouth you.
All right, appreciate you. Take care.
Thank you, brother.
Bye.
Rafael, you still there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
I know you got things going on with your AC there, and basically, you've known the CEO, co-founder, Maria Elizabeth Vodniakirk. You've known her for 10 years, and
Yes, and a very good friend, and on personal basis also.
And if you want to, if you want to elaborate on your dealings and your opinion of her, it would certainly, I'd appreciate it.
Well, I know Maria Elizabeth on very, very close base relationship as a friend. We've been through a lot together, not just business wise, but on a friendship and personal aspect. A lot of stuff going on in her life, and but I can tell you something: if Maria Elizabeth is here, it's because she believes it with all her heart. So that's what I got to say about her. She's a woman of all heart. So if she put herself in this position, it's because she believes it with all her heart, and I support her.
Well, I
She's all
appreciate
about she's all about helping people. Since I've known her, that's all it's been. That's how I met her. We started becoming friends, and she helped me through a lot. So I respect this woman with all my heart, and yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this person. That's all I have to say.
Well,
Where does she live?
She's from South Africa.
Okay.
is she in
She's in South
Johannesburg,
Africa.
you think?
Sorry?
In Johannesburg or
Yes, yes. Yeah, she
well,
does everything. She's part of helping poor people. Yeah, I've known her for almost 10 years now, and yeah, I got nothing but love for this lady. Nothing but love for Marie Elizabeth. And I have a lot of friends. John Howard knows her also. I have so many other friends that I've been with in crypto, and we all know her. So yeah, there's nothing bad to say about Marie Elizabeth.
man,
I'm
why
just
you
happy that
trying
she.
why
I'm
you
happy
trying to
she's
get
in
all
this
bad and
position.
macho and shit with your shirt off, man?
Yeah, sorry, man. It's really hot in here.
100 degrees in Canada? I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's close to 100, and I decided to cook pasta in the oven tonight, and I just warmed up the house for no reason, and all of a sudden an error started showing on the mural, and just been troubleshooting. So sorry about that. Yeah, but back to Maria. Maria, yeah, she's been wanting something like this her whole life, and I'm happy that she's doing this. So, I'm happy that we're part of this, and I just wish nothing but success to everybody. I see that they did a little tweaking now to the company. What I like is that they did a tweak, but they didn't ask us for money like everybody else does. So, you know, usually when something like this happens, it's like, okay, now you want access to your funds again. You got to give us a certain percentage, or you got to make a redeposit. And I think that happened. They just revamped and they just, tweeted. Listen, every business needs to get tweeted, right? It's never perfect off the bat. But if it can keep going and getting better as we go along, and there's no issues with our investment that's in there. Nothing was affected in our capital, nothing was affected with our money, So I have nothing to say about that. You know as well as me, something happens like this in the wild, wild west of crypto, it's always, yeah, thank you very much for your money. We're doing a tweet. Can you please give me back the 50% of your capital and we can start running? So right away that they made a big mistake, that they did something wrong with their system. But right now we're close to almost 1 year with Crybex. So
yeah, it's.
Sorry?
I can honestly say any project that I've ever promoted, I believed in it. Was I wrong? Yeah, when they rugged, I was wrong. But with Crybex, I feel like I did my due diligence. I've had a AMA live stream with Maria Elizabeth. When I first got in, I jumped on a Zoom, and I remember, can't remember if it was Natalie or I don't know who it was, but they were showing the bot, but I didn't know what I was looking at. Then later I found out, they showed the bot to team leaders, and then they decided not to show it anymore. But I think I went above and beyond to determine the legitimacy of this exchange.
Yeah, you can't show too much. You can't show too much. There's too much cyber attacks going on in crypto, so you got to be careful with what you show. You got to keep a really, when it comes to there's a certain transparency that they can do, but you can't be showing everything. Because
it's like the person that popped on in the chat and said this is a scam and Blue Chip Drip promotes scams. Look, as you notice, I don't try to change anybody's mind about the exchange or a project or about me, because I respect their decision. And all I ask in return is they do the same, just like my thumbnail says, and respect these nuts, these huevos, these huevitos, respectfully. That's all I got. Just do that, And I'm transparent. And if somebody believes this is a scam, then put out a video and show us what you're in and how you're making money. Help us.
That's it.
Instead of just sitting back and,
And like Jim said earlier, no matter where you are and what you're doing, your objective is to take profits. As soon as you start, I know you should have a little strategy, depending how much money you can roll with, excuse my expression, but some people have it, some people don't. But your objective is to take out seed, take out money. Can't just be compounding for infinity. So if you start with 100 or you start with 10,000, I still think that after a couple of weeks, you should start having withdrawals. Start taking some out, some compound some, or just take it all out and work with house money. And then you're free from that stress, right?
That's right. And every project, I say the last 3 or 4 projects I've been in that rugged, I not only ROI'd, I was in profit. But the part that upsets me is, what about the people, especially that were on my team, that didn't get a chance to ROI? So it's good to have a project that I believe in, that I could truly present to somebody and help them, because that's all we want to do. I don't want somebody to come in and just lose their money, and it really stinks when that happens.
It's all about timing. But right now the timing is good. They're going on 1 year. They did a tweak. It looks like they're getting in order. I like the fact that they didn't touch my capital, didn't ask me for no money. These are all green flags for me, not red. You know,
Well, I,
so
I DM'd with Maria. She didn't elaborate what it was, but one of them they shared today, and that's the fact that by end of next week, we should have a button we can click on and see the Crybex trade on the blockchain.
yes, Natalie
The
had
other
a very
stuff,
good call today.
the other
Natalie's
stuff,
call was great today.
the other stuff she told me was huge and going to set a lot of what she just said it was going to be huge. So I'm anxious to see what that is.
Yeah.
But any questions, guys? Mike, we've been going about an hour.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate y'all's time. Y'all helped me. Y'all answered some of my questions and helped me navigate my website. Now that I'm diving back in, I'll start getting more familiar with things, but y'all got me pointed in the right direction.
Well, let me point something out that I didn't realize until here recently. They do these Zooms every day, like Natalie and I guess Coach Noah and Chosen when they come back off vacation. The purpose of those Zooms are for people who want to team build, but they don't do videos or don't have time. They can send them to that Zoom, get a professional presentation, get their questions answered, and they're just going to say, now go back with the person that sent you here and let them bring you in. So that's a service provided by Crybex, to
Exactly.
those who team build.
Yeah, Natalie did a great call today.
Oh yeah, I saw your name on there.
So, and she said there's going to be another one, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, and then it's going to start following through week after week in order. And she's going to be doing like a Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be the presentation. Then you have 2 other days where it's technical. So, listen, educate yourself. That's all I got to say. Educate yourself. Don't expect anybody to do it for you,
Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming on. I'm kind of showing all the chats here. Who's that? La Sombra 1970 at Isombra 1970 says hello. And they answered the question about what was anomaly. Crybex, let's go for sure. Julius Harris says the same thing, letting us know we just won a trade, 0.22%. And then we had forget your job. I say the same, 50K should be max, take profit from there. That's a good number, damn good number. And then I think she was laughing at when I told the person, por respeto mis huevitos, way. But anyways, guys, I appreciate it. I'm about to play my outro. Anything before we go?
Well, thank you very much for doing it. Yeah, good job, buddy.
Hey, everybody. This is Blue Chip Drip. I'm out of here. Best we caught a song.